Hi, everybody. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. Welcome to the ARTyRV channel. Live stream tonight. We're going to be answering your questions all about stained glass. So we're so glad to see everyone. We got a big crowd here tonight, and
Sure do, Barb. Holy cow,
and a lot
everybody's
of good
tuned
questions
in. That's
already.
Right. Ray's in the house, everybody. Ray, welcome to the Monday night evening. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you being here tonight. Guys, remember that Ray works really hard, so as we go through the night, let's make sure we give Ray a big thumbs up, because he's taking care of getting all of those links for you guys when you need them. So we appreciate it. Ray, thank you so much for everything you do.
I want to give a big shout out to everybody that participated in our super chats and super thanks.
And super stickers.
And super stickers and
it was
everything.
A super
we
evening.
had a fun time, and we want to thank everyone for your generous donations. And maybe we'll do it real soon sometime if y'all like to do that.
Yeah, that was fun. And,
yeah.
Because we can stay
We can.
as long as we want and answer questions. We didn't make our goal by 2, I think, last
That
week.
was a crazy night, though. We got started late, remember?
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right, Barb.
So that was really crazy.
Yeah, we had some extra help, and it helped us out.
Yeah, so we have some good questions that have come in already. We hope you all have had a good week, and it looks like you had your questions ready from the get-go.
That's
today.
awesome, because that's what we like, so we can go ahead and we can start answering some questions, and we're gonna cut a little bit of glass later on tonight, and all of you guys' response to Barbara's shorts this week and everything have been awesome, so we appreciate that. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the ARTyRV channel yet, please do so. If you're sitting back in the Waynes there, watching this. If you're watching this from the Waynes, or it might be waning where you live. I don't know.
You mean the wings?
The wings. I know.
Oh, funny.
I had something else on my mind. Anyway, so guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. And or at least give us a thumbs up if we're helping you out, or if you like our channel. Every little bit helps, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, guys, and I see a lot of people here tonight. Let's
get some
just
questions.
Start with some questions. I have to go all the way up to the top. I'm sorry.
We're scrolling. What in the world?
I know. I have to tell people all week what people are working their way through the website. And they're always don't scroll down far enough. It seems like when you're on your phone, you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom, or you miss things.
Right.
So,
well, you missed the most important thing, which means
pain.
the most important. Yeah. Well, that and you've read everything and you understand everything, because you got to click on that to get in one of our classes. So sometimes they're like, "Oh, yeah, get registered," but it's okay. It's all good. All the information's there. Just hey, I do too. I'm guilty of it.
I'll do everything. I think I paid something, and I'll just go somewhere else, and I find out, well, you didn't go all the way through the process. You did everything, but you didn't pay.
But you forgot to pay.
Well, I paid, but I didn't okay the payment.
Right.
So
yeah. So
anyway,
confirm the payment.
Confirm the.
Don't confirm. You better
payment.
confirm that
Yes.
payment. That's right. Make sure you do, everybody.
All right. I think I'm all the way at the top.
Okay.
And let's see the first question. Do we have a cue? Here it is. Mary Beth.
Hey, Mary
tips
Beth
for
and Frank.
Tips for getting cut and ground pieces dry for foiling. During the summer with AC running and night, the stuff would dry overnight reliably, but now it's taking a couple days.
Okay, so if you're going to wash your stuff, Mary Beth, and you know what? My dad used to do this a lot. What he would do is, because in the wintertime, what happens is when it's cool outside and your warm skin touches the glass after you've ground it, and even if it is dry, you create a little bit of moisture because you've got hot skin and cold glass. So what my dad used to do is he would put his copper foil projects on a little a griddle, a griddle, and put it on low, and just let the glass warm up to around 80 or 90 or 100 degrees where you can still touch it. But he swore by that, and I seen it, you know, in action, because he used to do a lot of copper foil and stuff for us, and it also made the warm glass made the copper foil tape stick much better too. So give that a try. I hope it works. It's one of those old wives' tales that came from my dad.
Yeah,
Came from Sarge.
So that the glass is the same temperature as your hands.
So you
it's not
doesn't
a
create
sweating.
moisture. Yeah.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Science. It's
Yeah.
science. Okay.
Weird science.
We have a viewer from France.
Hi.
Gob, I'm not good with names, but Gobhetio. Is that what it is? Let me turn this so you can see. Can you see that?
I can't see it. But anyway,
Welcome.
So, right, I was going to say, so not to pronounce your name incorrectly, welcome to the ARTyRV channel.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for tuning in tonight.
And thank
We
you
appreciate
for
it.
everybody coming out. This is a great night already. Let's see.
Well, you know, the weather's
Ontario,
changing, Barb.
Canada.
It's sweater weather.
It is sweater weather.
Right. Even in South Carolina, finally, y'all, when we were, you know, we have this time of year, we do our glass blowing classes in the studio. And so when the weather finally broke, it was awesome in the glass blowing studio having classes this weekend. And you know what? I interrupted you. And let's get to another question.
No, I just wanted to say.
Enough of my nonsense.
Susan Weisenberger is here.
Hey, Susan.
And I want to say hello to each and every one of you. But Susan was in the, what day was it? Wednesday or Saturday or Sunday? When was she in?
Susan came in
We were
Saturday,
so busy.
yeah.
I did not get time to really speak with her, and I apologize. But I did speak with you, but not. We were interrupted 100 times.
Well, I got to speak with Susan, and I want to give her a big shout out. Susan was on vacation and brought us back some of the most absolutely fabulous paprika in the world, from that part of the world where she was. And so I did tell her that we were making blackened chicken that night, and I was going to make sure I used that paprika.
The sweet.
Yeah, the
and
sweet,
smoky.
sweet and smoky. Susan,
Paprika.
thank you so much, because that's really good stuff.
It is. It is. Gavin wants to know, do you have any advice for making 2 layers stained glass where the 2 layers are different but complement each other for windows or sun catchers? Thanks again.
Well, that typically, if you're going to 2 layers of glass, would be called plating. So, or you're doing overlays. Now, overlays are much simpler, and you can you can make that really look nice by using 2 different colors and making like a 3-dimensional type sun catcher. So, I don't have any suggestions on how to do that, because it's a technique that you're going to have to devise yourself. I mean, I could show you, but I'm not set up here to do, like overlays or anything. And I think that we have a couple of videos where we make the cardinal, and the cardinal is actually 2 pieces, and its wing is overlaid in a 3-dimensional method, so that it helps you create that depth that you're looking for. I think that's what he's talking about. Is that right, Mark?
I think so.
I think so. So we do have a video that is of making the cardinals in 2 pieces, and we actually may have the pattern on our website in the pattern pages.
I know the patterns have to be updated.
Yeah, we're trying to update the patterns, but we're trying to get them so where they look much better. So
I did skip a question. I apologize,
Okay.
Robin, but I'm going to your question now. Has anyone successfully removed black patina from cotton fabrics, and how did you do it?
Oh wow, black patina from cotton fabric.
What is that?
I haven't done it. Go ahead.
What is it made of?
Black patina? Mm-hmm. Copper sulfate.
Copper sulfate?
It's got. Hang on. Do I
Yeah,
have
maybe.
it here. I got it in the kitchen. I'll get it when we take a break.
Do we take a break?
No, I have it in the kitchen. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I
If
was
Barbara's
thinking
dad
look
was
up-
here, he could probably tell you how to get it out.
Yeah, I would look up the chemical that black patina is, and you might get luckier finding an answer.
Yeah,
Google that.
Yeah, because it kind of acts a little bit like silver nitrate. when you get it on your skin because it turns it dark and black. So I don't know. There might be a way that you can get it out of fabric. Well,
If anyone has any ideas,
Yeah.
please put it in the chat so we can help Robin.
yeah, but that's a great question because I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah.
Somebody
I've
wanting
not,
to try and get it out of fabric.
I just take it for granted it's ruined.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But if you can help out
Yeah, but
Robin, please put something
Yeah.
in the chat.
Okay, guys, somebody out there knows how to get it out of fabric.
Oh, what's that? Who is that? I can't see who did that.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know who it is.
I don't know, but
I must have missed it down here. Here it is. Oh, hey, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
there you go. We got the light going. So the light got going before you noticed where it was. It was scrolled down though. It was at the top, but you had to scroll down to find it. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, been there, done that. Thank you guys for everything. You are the reason why I have thought of starting a YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I've been watching a lot of videos with people over 40, baby boomers, starting a YouTube channel.
Really?
So it seems to be the,
Well,
trending.
with you talking to me a little more about it and me understanding, if you're thinking about starting it, it's much easier getting started now than it was when we got started.
Yeah, you can get monetized quicker.
Much quicker, yeah. So, but you know what? Put the work into it. There's a lot of good channels out there, and we hope that you guys enjoy our channel. And we're teaching you our method or my method or our methods of doing stained glass. And nothing's ever carved in stone, but if we help you, then we've done our job. So, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys help us.
That's right.
Right? We're helping each other.
Magali, maybe you can translate that for us. We have someone speaking French.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Magali can translate that for us.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Magali, in advance.
There's a lot of people here tonight. Joyce says sometimes she uses a heating pad to heat up her glass.
The glass, warm it up. Yeah, that's all. Just warm it up. Because, not everybody's studio is heated sufficiently anyway. And you know what? If you're like me, you're hot-natured, you would prefer it being a little chilly rather than hot. The heaters in our studio are everywhere but where I work, because I'm like hot all the time. So Barbara can keep warm, and I can keep that end of the shop warm. But the stained glass studio, y'all, there's no heat in there. And actually, I would prefer to have a fan rolling on me a little bit. So.
Okay, we have a question.
Okay.
And it looks like we got another super chat or
Oh,
super
guys.
sticker, but I can't go down there.
Okay, that's all right. We'll go to our question from, is it Carol?
No, it's John. I think there is one from Carol, but this is
Okay.
from John.
Hey, John.
Have you heard of glass fusing and or fused glass? Can stained glass and fused glass be combined?
Well, as being combined, as in working within the same panel, yes. Fused glass can only be tested compatible, or fusible glass, John, can only be fused to itself, but you can make fused pieces of glass and insert them into your stained glass windows with no problem. It doesn't matter what kind of glass it is, because it's two separate techniques anyway. So you making a fused piece of glass and then installing it into a sun catcher or a stained glass window is perfectly fine. If anything, what it does is it adds to your work, and it shows, your creativity. So yeah, mix it up.
Yeah, mix it up.
Just remember, fusing compatible glass only fuses to fusing compatible glass. That's all you have to remember.
And then if you have your stained glass
Well, it'll fuse to itself
to itself.
only.
So if you want to do something like
Right.
that, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next question.
Well, that was good because
Yes,
that's
good
a good question. You know, I love to see people putting, and we've done so many different fused windows in the past with, as far as like medallions and stuff. So anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Barb.
You go ahead.
You go ahead.
You go ahead. Okay. Let's see. John, Christine, can you only use powder when you do freeze and fuse?
Well, no, you can use powder at any time. The powder just makes the freeze and fuse very easy to make like basically a glass ice cube. The larger frits, there's too much air in between them and they break up. The powder doesn't break up. That's why it works in the freeze and fuse. But you can use powder anywhere. You can sprinkle it on, make it look like cloud, and do anything you want with it. So yeah, but yeah, it doesn't, the freeze and fuse requires the powder because it leaves virtually no air inside the product, which is what holds it together until the heat can stick it together. There's a lot of science involved in that. So, but there's, you know what, when Barbara and I started fusing back in the early 80s, I think there were only 1 or 2 books available for it. So we had to live and learn on that bad boy.
A lot of expensive mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, Carol has a question.
Hey, Carol.
If you're doing a project that will be a wall hanging without lighting from behind the wall, what backing would you put to keep the hanging hardware from showing through the glass? No lighting from behind. Keep the hardware from showing.
Carol, I think what I would do is hang it where you had your hangers were on either side rather than hanging it with a wire like a picture frame. I would hang it with the I don't know what you call them. I mean, I can draw them for you, but I think that if you I don't know what you call them, but they look like this.
I
don't know. Yeah, they look like that. So one would go on each side of your picture frame, and then that would hang on the wall like that, and then you wouldn't see it.
With a wooden frame.
With a wooden frame, yeah. Yeah, so you put it on the back and you use that kind of a hanger like that. So it actually fits, you know, on the wood like that. Okay. I hope that helps, Carol. I mean, that's the way I would do it because I've hung some pieces on the wall before, and you know what I did? They were actually transparent, so you know what I did is I put a mirror behind them and showed that reflection on that glass, and the customers were like just beside themselves. They couldn't stand it. It looked so good. So anyway, so that's one way of putting a hanger on it, Carol, and I hope that helps. But that's what I would do, and it's pretty easy to do. You just put 2 zippets in the wall, 2 screws, and hang them on the screw heads, and you're fine.
Ed Forsman
Hey, man.
is looking forward to the class.
We're looking forward to seeing you.
He's bringing questions.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I hadn't looked to see what date Ed's coming. What date are you coming, Ed?
Do you have any, this is from Christine.
Okay.
Do you have any projects you can show us that your dad did? In the beginning, do we have the parrots?
Yeah, so in the beginning of the little 5-minute interlude to our channel, the parrots at the end of the hallway in the big door, my father did those for us. He was also one of those, he was like a tinker. He was retired from the Air Force. He was a jet engine specialist, and he used to like to build business card holders for me. And I'll share some of those with you guys next week. I have a couple of them on my desk, and I'll bring them home.
And then that parrot, he loved doing parrots.
And he loved
too.
doing
anything colorful. He loved color.
He loved color, and
So,
yeah, I guess he saw enough. I guess he saw enough black and white you know, and his trips to Vietnam and all that stuff over the years. And that color excited him and made him happy. So
look for that when you watch the beginning of our live stream, and you'll see that parrot
you'll
window.
see that
That's
parrot window. Yeah.
the only one. You know, I have some. I haven't.
Yeah, we have pictures of other
He
work.
did a lot of church windows. for
Yeah,
us,
he
too.
probably, in the time that my father worked with Barbara and I, he probably did 30 churches for us. Probably did 30 churches for us. And those windows, 30 churches of, you know, 8, 10, and 12 windows a piece. And you know, back then we had a crew that did nothing but go around and install church windows. We had a crew that did nothing but build them, fabricate them, finish them. And back in the day, guys.
Back in the day, and he was when he worked for us.
Pops was in his late 60s, I guess.
Late 60s?
Early 60s.
Because he had just gone on Social Security, right?
Yeah, before he passed away.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, hey, yeah, so you talk about tough going into the shop. Woo! We'll talk about something else.
Okay.
But yeah, so I guess he did probably build 30 churches for us.
Oh, at least.
At
yes.
least 30 churches, yeah. So anyway.
Karen said Denver is okay. So sorry.
To hear that he was, because, you know, we were looking forward to seeing you guys last week.
Yeah. Sorry
And,
about that.
I'm really sorry about that.
Good to hear he's feeling better, though.
Okay.
Goodness. I hope it wasn't anything.
Yeah, me too. Holy cow.
Did we say thank you to Low-Con?
Not yet. Here we go. Boom. Thank you, Low-Con. We appreciate it. Hey, we were just going through a lot of stuff, and we really appreciate all of your guys' super stickers and super chats for Barb and I. And I want to let you know that helps our channel grow when you do that. And when we grow, we hope that you guys grow.
Yeah, we hope we can keep bringing you more information every week.
Yeah.
We'll have to do something about that.
Yeah. So she's.
We had a dilemma today.
Oh gosh, yeah. God. So.
Well, we were supposed to go get her a biscuit.
And what ended up happening is we had a huge backup, and I'm going to leave it at that because that's all I want to describe.
It was not pleasant.
It wasn't pleasant. Neither was it pleasant for Barbara, or myself, nor our grandson.
So
Nor was it pleasant for the credit card.
But anyway.
Not even a little bit. You need to go lay down.
Here, let me take care of that. You keep talking.
Okay.
Don't tell
So
me.
anyway, what happened was we got it fixed, and that's what matters.
Hey, come on.
And but we've got some things that we need to take care of through other agencies to make everything right the way it's supposed to be. So so we're working on that. That's my project tomorrow. We got I want to show y'all something. I've been waiting a long time for this, y'all. I have been waiting a really long time to get one of these. First, I'm gonna take the wax out of it, okay? Because it's brand new, we need to wax it until we get it broke in. But y'all, I've been waiting a long time for this, and I'm gonna show it to you right here. Let me see if I can get the close-up camera. Look at that. You see that? This is called a pineapple mold or a diamond optic mold. And those of you that have looked at blown glass, and let's say the easiest way for me to explain this mold to you would be I'm gonna go back to the main camera, guys. The easiest way to explain this pineapple mold to y'all, is that if you've seen paperweights, and those paperweights have perfectly inline bubbles, and there's like 20 of them imperfect in a row, and there's 20 rows of 20 bubbles, and they're absolutely perfectly symmetrical. That is how it's done, okay, by using what's called a pineapple mold. So the glass, this is just a little, I know y'all probably aren't interested in blown glass, but so the hot glass, when you put it in that mold, it cools, and it leaves these pins, these holes inside the glass. And the glass, believe it or not, at 2125 degrees, moves so slow when you put that cold glass into the hot glass that it traps every one of those bubbles and forms an air bubble that is perfectly symmetrical. It's crazy. I'm not even going to tell you how much that cost, because it was an early Christmas present from Santa Claus.
Well, when you guys give us super chats and super thanks, it does give us a little bit extra money
And we expand, we grow.
to buy tools and things.
Right.
And this makes a beautiful rondelle. So if we can get this guy to
Get you
spin
guys
out a
some
couple of rondelles
and if you
with
a pineapple mold,
yeah,
I know.
they are gorgeous.
Yeah. So if you guys would be interested in some rondelles and doing rondelles in your work, 6, 8, 10 inches in diameter, let us know. Let us know here while we're doing our live chat on Monday nights, or you can they can contact us. I guess they can contact us the best way. Barb, what would be the best way to let us know if they would be interested? Well, anyway, we'll do a little
here on the
right
chat.
here on the chat. Well, just let us know if rondelles in different colors is something you'd be interested in, because we're it may end up being a new product for us after the first of the year.
I can put it up as a poll on the
Okay,
next,
we'll check it
on
out
next
in the
chat.
community. Yeah, that'll
in
be
the
good.
community.
Okay,
If
I'm
you all
learning.
don't go to the community page, you probably should, because a lot of members go there and ask questions. It's kind of cool, and we get to chat a little bit there as well. Oh my goodness, who's that? Who is that? I got a lot of questions here, babe. Yes on rondelles. Karen, thank you so much.
Yes, on Ron. Karen, what in the world? What in the world?
Thank you, girl.
Thank you. That's awesome. Yes, on the rondelles. Okay, so we're going to be playing with those. We just got a new torch in, and we've got our new mold that we've been waiting years to buy.
Yeah. So yes on rondelles. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gavin's interested in rondelles.
Okay.
Yeah, Karen rocks, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She does.
Thank you, Karen.
I don't know how she does it all.
I don't know. She's busy, and she takes care of Denver when
Thank you,
he's
Magali. I
feeling bad.
appreciate that. Magali's welcoming our new
Thank you,
viewer
Magali.
from
Thank you.
from France. Okay, let's go back up to the questions.
Let's get some more questions. That's right.
Yeah, let me go back up. I know I missed some up here. Okay, so the question was about the glass still being wet when she goes back the next day.
Right, from the cold temperature.
So yes, you can use a hair dryer.
Yeah.
Or like Ed said, just something heated. Someone
Well,
said
yeah,
a
dry
heat
it off with
pad.
paper towels, and then put it onto the hot plate. That was Mary Beth, right? She's
Yes,
having.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember her and Frank telling me that they were starting to work outside when it was cooler now, and it was.
Yeah.
They were looking for a way to do that.
Yeah, definitely, because our store, our back store was
It's too-
never
Yeah.
was never heated or air conditioned. It's only been in the last few years that Ed's had a air conditioned and heated stained glass room. We did it one time, but then we didn't. So
Yeah, and it
we
was
know
like-
how it is.
Yeah, I know how to get stuck back in the corner
Yeah.
where there's no heat or air.
Oh,
Can't
it's
breathe.
terrible. I went through a couple summers like that.
Yeah, we did, but you know what? And sometimes it worked okay, but it just depended on where we were, So, but let's get to some more questions here, Barb.
Okay.
We're
Been there, done that. Says he's just putting up time lapse stuff right now, and he's working on. Cool. You have to start somewhere, so just
Yeah.
see what works for you, and I'll tune in.
yeah, man. We'll check it out.
Okay. Here we go. I think I'm back where I should
Oh,
be.
Carol, your runners went out today, hon. You should have them by the weekend. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
you.
that's okay.
Yeah, and don't worry about those grousers. Happy grousing.
We have been overwhelmed with orders.
Shipping. Oh my God, I don't know what we did
got
today.
everything went
Everything
out
went out
today
today.
that was ordered from last Monday through Friday.
Friday, right.
Friday.
And now we're
5 days.
we'll be making orders tomorrow, so we'll have fresh, hot Christmas balls for Wednesday morning. So
Okay. Glasslight said they recently read about pricing finished stained glass panels per inch, as we often buy sheet glass by the inch.
Oh. Okay. You know what? I really, I don't know. We've been pricing it the way that it's priced on our pricing guide on our website since
That would be one way to do
1985. Yeah, but that's another way to do it. I have heard of people pricing their work by the square inch, which is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If it works for you and you're making money, price it any way that you need to. That's my theory. I can't tell you what to charge by the inch, or I can't charge what to tell you charge for the square foot. That's all, that's all in the pricing guide.
We price our stained glass by the square foot. We buy it by the square foot.
Right.
And you got to keep in mind there's a lot of other products that go into your stained glass besides the glass.
Just the glass, yeah.
And your time and your creativity and and your knowledge, so a more knowledgeable stained glass artist would of course probably garner a larger amount per square foot than a beginner.
And you're doing much larger
So
work.
there's a lot of things to take into account.
Right, there is.
But everybody has their own way.
It has your own way. And again, like I said, if it works, then, leave it alone if that's how it does it. But there's an awful lot of more to it than just the glass, and you know that. So make sure you're covered.
Gavin wants to know for 2-layer pieces or for a window that has just a protective glaze pane, should I be worried about moisture or off-gassing in the chamber, sealed or purposely open?
Well,
2-layer
you
pieces.
always seal your outside piece of glass, but you don't, excuse me, but you don't seal the stained glass in. And because you want air to move through it, and if you seal it up too tight, it's going to sweat. If you have a double pane or an insulated window, I never recommend putting stained glass in between two pieces of glass. It doesn't work. Put a piece of protective glass on the outside because it's inevitable from the weather to beat on it. If you can give them the biggest doorbell in the world and they're still going to knock on your stained glass. So put a piece of protective glass on that in front of that window, and don't seal the art glass in itself. Just use your molding to do what you need to do, and it should be fine. And I don't recommend sandwiching it between two pieces of glass because it's going to sweat. Because you can't control that. That's not the way a double pane window is fabricated anyway. So is that the answer to the question, or did I just rattle off a bunch of things about this big dog?
Does that help you? I don't know.
I hope that helps
trying
you.
to keep the dog from barking.
Yeah,
I
hope that helps you.
So did he tell you what happened? Did you tell them what happened?
I did. I just didn't go into all the gory details. I did say that we have to bring in another, well, not only just the plumber, but we have to bring in
Carpet.
another entity to get a bunch of stuff done. So,
Carpet.
yeah. Insurance company.
Hazmat.
Hazmat.
I don't know. Bio.
Anyway, it's all good.
What is that
thank
called?
good-
Biohazard.
Biohazards? No, it's
I
not
don't
that
know.
bad. But
Anyway, it was
Anyway, so we've got to get we have a little construction project coming up. Apparently, we've called the painter, we've got the carpet guys, and all that happened within in the last 2.5 hours. So.
And that's why we were supposed to run to the store and get her a TREAT, and we didn't get to go.
No.
And that's why. And that's why
So-
she's being BAD.
So you guys, if you are listening, okay, if you are listening with your earbuds in, we apologize if she barks. Don't tune us out. Please don't leave us. But due to technical difficulties, we couldn't get out of here tonight. We were waiting on a plumber. So anyway,
Next week we promise.
next week
you'll
we
have
promise you we'll have all that. It'll all be taken care of. And so anyway, let's get back to some questions,
Okay,
Barb. We've
okay.
we've got $30 of a goal tonight.
Gavin,
That's
did
awesome.
that answer your question?
I hope it did, Gavin.
Okay, what's the hardest part of learning torchwork?
Torchwork.
Mm-hmm.
Like making beads, torchwork kind of stuff. Probably the
making-
hardest part is strengthening your shoulders so you can sit there and do that stuff.
Is that making beads or doing Pyrex tubing?
Pyrex tubing? Yeah.
I think. Oh, what could I say?
I would say Barbara is a excellent beader, torch worker.
Yeah, I was a long time ago until my eyesight started going. So yeah,
The hardest
the
part
hardest part about it would be learning to make it where it comes off of the, if you're doing a bead, not staying in the flame too long and learning to just make your bead, get your timing just right so you're not on the bead stick for too long.
we must be like telepathic.
Is that what you were going to say?
Telepathic or
Because you
something.
can make the most beautiful bead, but if you spend too much time in the heat,
Yeah.
you're going to ruin it.
Right. And don't skimp on the money on the bead release if you're making beads. Okay. Don't skimp on it. Buy the best bead release that there is. And the other thing, like Barbara said, learn to stay out of the flame rather than in the flame.
You know, you'll learn. You'll
Yeah,
learn.
you will. And the other thing is the hard part is in your head. Remember, even that little mandrel needs to stay rotating in your fingers all the time.
Yeah, you just
Think
turn.
about that. You just turn it.
It's fun. I loved it.
yeah.
I loved it. I made some
Yeah.
really cool beads for a long time.
Yeah.
I think my most fun beads I made, I used to teach bead making too, was the landscape bead. It's a really easy bead. It's great for beginners, and you can't mess it up.
It's beautiful.
And
oh my
then
gosh.
the little beads that look like Egyptian urns. They were about this big, and they looked like little Egyptian urns.
Yeah, they
and
were
fish.
the
And fish
amphora bead. The amphora
Oh,
bead
amphora bead and the fish beads.
and the fish bead, the fish necklace. Oh, I
And
don't even
they're
know if we have
easy.
any of those. We might have one of those laying around.
Yeah,
You
the
might have a fish
bead
necklace.
is so easy. You think it's hard, but once you do it, it's simple.
It really is.
Okay. There.
And then probably the other thing about beading is the expense of the equipment. That's all. You know, your initial expense, and then after that, you don't have to worry about it anymore, right, Barb? I mean, it's there. You got it.
What's that?
Your equipment,
Yeah.
your bead equipment. It doesn't ever break down. It's done. you
Yeah.
know, so.
Yeah. So buy the best you can afford.
Right, and try. I guess what whale
You know,
apparatus.
a lot of people
would be
start
good.
out with that hot
Hothead. Yep.
Bypass that. Just go to it. Take a
Just-
class with a real torch.
Get a oxygen propane mix torch. I don't even know what the ones that we have called. Anyway, whale apparatus, WALE apparatus up in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia actually. Give them a call. They're your torch people. Check them out. .com.
Could you? Ed wants to know. Could you describe the difference between Ouroboros by Yakagani and plain Ouroboros?
You know, Ed, if I knew a lot about that, I probably could, but I really don't. I don't know a whole lot about Ouroboros. I know that I have quite a bit of it in stock for this Merle's Inlet project, and I know that it's actually if you pay attention to it, it's actually quite easy to cut. And I don't know if it's Ouroboros or Ouroboros. You know, I'm not sure
I
because it's
think-
all got 1984 stickers on it. I don't know whose it is.
If I'm not mistaken, Ouroboros was a company of its own.
Of its own entity.
And
That's
then
what I thought.
Yakagani now has the rights to make Ouroboros. I think
Right.
that's right. I may be totally wrong,
Yeah.
but I think that's what it is, or the opposite. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think the same thing's happening with Armstrong, right? Mm-hmm. So,
Tell me if I'm wrong.
yeah, but you know, if Ed, I've got some Ouroboros I can show you when you come down, But I like I said, I couldn't tell you if it was, Uroboros or made by Uroboros, or if they're made by Uroboros that Yakagani has the recipes. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like probably what happened. Michelle wants to know what flash glass is.
Oh, flash glass is basically, no, it's not basically anything. It is glass that's clear on one side and color on the other. So if you look a piece of flash glass up on its edge like this and look through it long ways, you'll see that one side is clear and one side has a flash of color on it. And it's the same process that we do when we're blowing glass. When we add color, what they do is they'll start out with a clear bubble. Now this is flashed glass. And actually, I got some in that box right there. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of it too. But so this is the way flash glass is made. We're not going to bore you with all the really gory details. But what they do is they start out with a clear gather of glass, and they'll start a bubble. And then once they get that clear gather of a certain size that they want, they will physically go in and dip that clear bubble, that cool clear bubble, into a color pot. That color pot could be blue or green or red or white, any color, okay? Any color. And then they're going to work that into that bubble, and then they're going to make a vessel, a large vessel, into a cylinder. And as that cylinder cools, they're going to reach in it and score it twice. And they'll break that score out of it, and it'll leave a gap about a ½ inch. And then they'll put it into a leer, and in that leer, it'll lay down. Well, when the glass comes out, you've got color on one side, clear on the other, because of the way that it was fabricated, made, and blown in the studio by the gaffer. And then you can sandblast that red. Let's just say it's red, because I got red on my mind on clear because it's so pretty. But you sandblast the red away and fog up the clear, or you fog up the clear all the way down to where the red comes out and reverse it. And you can do so many really interesting things with flash glass. But that's guys, that's too much time. Let's get on to some more questions. Flash, get me talking about that stuff. It's crazy. Okay. Next question, Barb,
well,
please.
Carol said that Uroboros went out of business. Now Yakagani makes glass using their formulas.
Okay, they bought their recipes. Yeah, that's what we think.
I feel like I've missed someone's question, but if I did, please let me know. Okay. Okay, Ray's got some information on flash glass for you guys in the chat.
Thank you, Ray.
Oh, here's the question, Mary Beth. Can glass that has been fused be cut again, like fabric artists do with strips that are sewn, cut, and
Yes, they can, Mary Beth.
Yes, they can. They make beautiful pieces.
Oh, yeah. You slice them and then slice them again and turn them, back them up into each other, whatever you want to do, and then fuse them back together. Oh, gosh, yeah, it's pretty.
Nice patterns.
It makes beautiful patterns.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can do that.
You can.
Kevin wants to know, I want to make a clear textured glass Christmas tree and use colored gems as the decorations. This will be a copper foil project. Would it be best to use silicone, E6000, or UV type glue?
I think that you could probably actually grind the little jewels that you're going to do and copper foil them and then overlay them on top of your solder joints on the tree so that they're like above and below the solder joint, so that you still get the color from behind, but they're attached to the solder, to the piece itself. So that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is, you're still going to see some sort of glue from the back side, but the clear, non-yellowing, non-mildewing silicone would be the way to go. And you can get a tube of that from down at your local hardware store, or you can go to crlawrence.com and you can buy what they call the water clear silicone, but it's like $40 a tube. So that's kind of like overkill. But If it were me, I would grind the nuggets, foil them, tin them, and solder them above and below my solder joints in my tree is what I would do.
Okay, now I've got to. Oh, the Augustine machine.
Hey,
Thank
Augustine
you.
machine.
Oh, thank you for Mary's treats.
That's
Thank
exactly
you.
right. That's how much it is. Thank you.
We appreciate it. And
That's
she
cool.
does
She
too.
does too. 'Cause
Thank you.
we
guys.
just had a
We do
pet.
appreciate that.
We just had a PetSmart open up right down the block, and so that's where we'll be going. So.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Augustine Machine. She's trying to be good. She's on her best behavior, but she promised someone else that she wouldn't be on her best behavior.
Yeah. Ed Forsman will be here on Sunday,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and I think we need to do a demo, and then we'll. Do you want to keep with the questions, or do a demo and then come back to the questions, or you want to finish the questions because I feel like they're going to keep coming in.
Well, we can keep doing some questions. I brought a piece of glass from the shop. I brought a A38.72, which is an old Spectrum glass, and I'm sure that Oceanside still makes it because it's their steel blue or their Confederate blue and white wispy
Good idea, Magali.
dents. So this isn't iridized, Magali. I'm sorry. I'm not doing iridized tonight.
Good idea, Magali. I just read that. I'll read that to him. But let's get through this.
Let's get a demo. Let me
get a
make sure the
demo.
camera's
We'll go
right
back.
first because it's. Let's check that out. And is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. We got it turned right. Everything's good.
Mary's crying.
She's
now.
crying. She's so pitiful, but we love her so very much. So I've got my we had a couple questions actually, during the week about the little short that Barbara did with the Silver Schnitt 2000, and people were wondering, does that head depress or anything? And no, this head doesn't depress. This is the 2000. I'll set that right there, and I'm gonna grab the 4000 and show you. I'll take that out of the sleeve. Now this head depresses. See it? And when we talk about how much pressure we need to score glass, in order to score it, this is how much pressure we need. It's just enough to depress that head, just like that. And if I do that here on this piece of blue glass, like I'm going to turn it the other way because it's too long the other way. I can't get what I need and what Barbara needs. So remember, because of the way this is and that angle on this, on the 4000, I turn the screw around backwards. I depress the head, and I just pull it. And first it's white. If I'm running over white, then I'm running over blue, and you can hear it. But I'm using my silver schnitz. And whether I heard it up here or I didn't, because I heard it down here, it didn't really matter, guys. All I did was depress the head on my glass cutter, and that's how it all worked out for both, for both of us. So, and here's a good question. Somebody said, okay, so if we take the same, can we fuse this glass? Yeah, because this is what you can do. I'm gonna take, this is too small for mine. It may or may not break, but we'll see. Yeah. So if you wanted to, you're talking about fusing glass for projects, okay? Even though this is the same glass, like you could tack fuse this together. You can't really see it, so you would use, but if you put it in a window, see that? It would be, you could tack fuse this together and roll the edges, and you can make a border just like this, as long as you use the same type of glass, same two pieces of glass, you could do that. So, but this glass here, guys, if you take, this is my Silver Schnitt 2000, if you take this cutter, because it doesn't have a head that depresses, if you've been cutting glass for quite a long period of time, you understand the pressure that you hold on your cutter in your hand. So it's like, you're just pretending that you're depressing the head, Because if you've cut glass long enough, you should be able, see what I did? It even messes up for me, guys. So we'll take that and let's see. There we go. Okay. So when I came across here, you see that little flare right there? I heard a skip. Click. And that's exactly what happens. Just like it happens to you, it happens to me. But the one thing that we need to do now is we need to clean this up, because I can't put this away somewhere with a little burr on it for me to tag myself. So I'm going to make sure, there we go, that we get that right there. And we put our, let's use our Lepinette running pliers. I love my little Lepinettes. Carol, you're going to love yours when you get them, hon. And we got your order right this time. Well, I was packing so much stuff. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it's probably on my end because I wasn't paying attention.
Well, the picture looks so much, it's about that big, it's about an inch big when we get it, and they look so much alike. It's
Oh,
easy to
okay,
make a mistake.
okay. Well, it could have been my fault. So.
I doubt it.
Anyway, Carol, we apologize, and we made it right. So
Yeah, that's the main thing.
that's the main thing. So guys, you can use your 2,000, you can use your 4,000. Your 2,000 just requires you to already understand your glass cutter, because you already understand how much pressure that you're going to put on your glass cutter, and we're going to pull down and away, just like that. Remember, if you don't pull down and away, you're going to stab yourself right there. So remember, just pull down and away. You know, for a small strip like this, for a box or something, you don't have to get out your grousing pliers. Just practice, practice it. Practice breaking it. You can practice breaking it with your hands. Don't try to do it on skinny stuff. Do it on stuff that you can at least get your knuckle under, pull down and away. Just like that. Pull down and away. Okay. Hey guys, this glass right here is a 838.72. Probably Oceanside now, but it used to be a Spectrum. It's a beautiful glass.
Steel blue and white wispy.
Steel blue and white
dense.
wispy, and I'm going to send you a piece of it in the box. Boy, there's some pretty glass in that box, Barbara.
Okay.
There's some pretty glass.
All right. Carol wanted to know, when she puts her mirror on the wall, should she flat solder it, or should she do a bead when she's doing the behind her project?
Put a mirror
project.
behind it. Carol, what I did is when I put it in the frame, I made the frame deep enough that I put the mirror and the stained glass all in one piece. So I didn't have to tack solder it. I made the frame. So if you're doing copper foil, which I think you are, you can the mirrors use 1/8 inch mirror, and then you don't have to solder it and take a chance on it going bad. Just make the frame, the groove in the frame that goes around the glass wide enough for the 1/8 inch mirror and the stained glass. That's how I did it. But I mean, if you need to attach it, use the preparation mirror method to prep your mirror for a stained glass box. You want to do the same process. You want to sand it, you want to seal it, and then you want to copper foil it, and then you can attach it to the back side of the window. If it goes in the frame, you don't ever have to worry about any light coming through, So I think I would, if you can get it in the frame, Carol, I think I would put it in the frame, hon. With the glass,
Okay, here's another question. Why is my lead just rolling off of my soldering iron when I try to tin it? Question number 1. Question number 2, when soldering, why is my solder on my iron becoming gray and rough?
When you're...
And what do I do to stop that from
In
happening?
one way, your soldering iron is too hot, because if you should be able to stick your soldering iron under the solder and just go like that, lift up, and it should sit there.
You're either too hot.
You're either too hot or you're too cold. If it's gray, what depends on what kind of soldering iron do you have, and do you have a soldering iron controller, or is your controller in your iron? There's a couple different answers to that question depending on your equipment. So, Augustine Machine for Mary's Treats. You're
Isn't
awesome.
that sweet? Thank you so much
Yes.
for all the donations tonight.
When we have her under control.
Karen wants to know if Ed will be making the funky Christmas ornaments with the hanging down glass off of a circle.
Yes, we'll have the tails on them this year for sure, and we're doing some new ones, guys. We've got
We've got
a lot of new
some
Christmas
that
ornaments.
I haven't even put on the website yet.
Yeah.
Magali wants to know, maybe we could have a rep from one of the stained glass manufacturers on a live stream one day. I'll put this guy in charge of that.
Okay, I'll call Paul.
So we'd have room for
See if
two
we can do
people, split screen, and you and the rep can talk.
I'll call Paul.
Okay.
I'll get in touch with my contact at Wismac Glass.
Okay.
See if we can get them.
What is Kara wants to know, what is high strike glass? High strike glass.
Well, that's the high strike glass is going to be a fusible glass that changes colors while you can put it in the kiln and it's one color, but after you fuse it, it changes colors. Carol, you'll have to talk to next time you go downtown to Bullseye. Check that out with them because they have several colors of glass that change dramatically. I mean, like from one end to the other in the fusing realm that they have.
Kim Johnson is here tonight. She's a brand new member.
Hi, Kim.
Of
Thank
the
you.
fan club, and she says she highly recommends watching Holy Frit for inspiration in incorporating fused glass into stained glass panels. Yeah. It was fascinating. I agree. Please watch the movie Holy Frit. I have not watched it all the way through, and that's one of the things we're going to do over the holidays.
We have a list of things we want to watch during the holidays. So.
But welcome, Kim.
Yeah, hey, thank you. We
And,
appreciate you tuning in. And joining the fan
Anita's
club.
here. Hey, Anita.
Hey, Anita.
And welcome, everyone. A lot of yeses on the rondelle.
Okay. Oh, so the next question is what colors?
Oh, yeah. What color
rondelles would y'all like?
Because I really think they'd be pretty with this new mold.
Yeah, I'd like to. Hang on, let me show them what one could possibly look like with this new mold. How about
Colonial blue and white translucent. Yes, I was wrong. I called it something else. But yes, that's exactly what it is.
So if we do a rondelle.
She was, oh, you want me to turn that
No.
Okay.
No.
I was responding to Michelle. She said, don't let that precious baby cry. She fake cries, Michelle. When she wants attention, she fake cries. She also sings. So she's real, she's a big baby. But she's being good now. She's being a good girl. Big girl. Ed's drawing a circle. Okay.
Well, I'm going to show you so this is what I'm envisioning the rondelles to look like.
Something like that.
Something like that. So each one of these dots, and I don't know, I can't do them right now, but we're gonna be working on them. So each one of these dots represents one of these bumps. So when we blow out the rondelle, you will have a symmetrical dot. I don't know, because of the size of it, you might only have 5 of them. But that's kind of where we're at. And then this is the center of your rondelle here, like that. So anyway, so that's the idea. And we'll just be doing them in different colors. And we'll be working on that after the first of the year. So it'll be hopefully a new product for us and for you. Just put that
in the box and stop cutting it.
Put it in the box. Okay.
Okay, Karen said she got the 4000,
This-
or the silver schnitt. I'm not sure what she got, but she got the pliers probably, and she's doing super hard cuts like a pro.
Okay, the silver snit runners.
The runners or the 4000
Or
cutter?
the cutter. The
Is
cutter,
that
the
four-
silver snit
Oh,
4000.
yes, the 4000.
Yeah, so the
yes.
4000, and again, guys, like I said, you know, I know that nobody ever told me the amount of pressure that I need to cut glass, but I can
Thank you,
promise
Scott.
you, the amount of pressure you need to cut glass is that right there. When that head goes down, that's all the pressure you need. Because what you're going to do, you're going to put a little more pressure indirectly anyway, whether you realize it or not. But when you do, it's just the right amount. And remember, guys, when you go into a pothole, drive right out of that bad boy. Never lift your cutter up in mid-stroke, because you'll never catch back up where that score is. So
Scott Veers is here. Yes, Scott.
Hey,
Thank you for the
Scott.
compliment about my glasses.
good to see you,
Let's
man.
see
I'm
here.
glad
We
you're
gotta
doing
go to
well.
the-
Hey,
And yes, we're going to be doing rondelles. Show Scott
the picture.
No, the mold.
Oh yeah, Scott. Let Tom know that we got a. Go ahead. We were able to purchase
Same
a-
dollars, he said.
a pineapple mold from
Blown rondelles. Yes.
from Seattle for rondelles. So we're gonna try it and see what happens.
We'll see. We have
We'll
a lot
see.
of people that said they'd like them.
Okay, all right. Because we have some
Okay.
beautiful colored glass, Barb. Woo. We'll have to make some.
Okay, Kim says she hopes to see us soon. Currently in Alabama.
Okay. Well, that's not too far away. 12 hours.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you guys want to come see us, Wednesday's a good day, but give us a call if you're headed this way, and
We'll make arrangements.
we'll make arrangements. But make sure you get in touch with us, because we're in and out a lot, and we have a lot of packages being shipped out and things like that. And
But Wednesday is like the #1 day to catch us. And don't forget, we'll go ahead and throw this out there. Saturday, December the 7th, is our annual parking lot ornament extravaganza. That's right, extravaganza. You heard it right.
December 7th.
December
Saturday.
7th. It's a Saturday from 10 to 4. Our new ornaments are going to be in the parking lot, hanging on trees, and we're going to be having hot cider and gingerbread cookies and more Christmas ornaments than you have ever seen at our store before. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody out. If you want to come down, remember, we're only 15 minutes from Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, so Myrtle Beach would be a good place to stay, take a class. We do have some glass blowing classes available for December 4th. I think there's 3 classes open, and December the 18th, there's 5 classes
5
open.
classes available.
So if you have a friend you want to bring and you're nearby, come and blow glass with us. It's a 2.5-hour class.
And register
And-
right online at
And
our
you
website.
can register online at conwayglass.com/visit.
Oh, that's what Carla said. She'll be there December 7th. That's right, Carla. We talked about that before
And then
while you
we'll
were in
see
town.
some of you,
We'll head and see a lot of you, I hope.
Carla said her sisters love their ornaments. Oh, that's awesome, Carla. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. So, yeah, we got a lot going on, and you guys do too. Thank you for bringing all the questions tonight. If I missed one, I'll catch you next week.
I don't know that we did.
I don't think we missed any. No one shouted out, and usually someone will tell. You guys hit the thumbs up, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe if you can.
Please do.
And don't forget, we have an Amazon page, so if you'd like to see some of the items that we use in our studio or we've purchased recently that we can give you a recommendation, go and
Right.
look at our Amazon page. It's ARTyRV Glass Studio.
Those are all the tools that we use in our studio, and Barbara and I use personally. So,
And thank you to Ray You've been amazing tonight, Ray. We really put you to work, didn't we? Thank you so much. And we hope you all have a great evening.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
I think we're going to get pizza.
I don't know. We're gonna cut out of here and get something.
Or maybe Chinese.
Maybe
I don't
Chinese.
know.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's all good though. And guys, remember, just
Be good.
be good, be nice,
Be kind.
be kind, and give somebody a hug.
Yeah, and share your knowledge with someone that's just starting out.
Because remember, guys, there are no secrets.
That's right.
Share your knowledge and give somebody a hug and be kind.
Be kind.
Thank you guys for tuning into the ARTyRV channel. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. And we
Good
love
night.
y'all.
Thank
Bye.
you.